Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, what's up?
Oh, that is a lot better. Hey guys, welcome
Good
back.
afternoon. I don't know. Good morning. Good evening.
Evening.
Good night.
Is
Hello.
there like a universal word for like any time?
Shalom. I don't know.
Good existence.
Good. There isn't. It's more of like time of day thing, right? Yeah.
I like
anyway.
it. Yeah. Good afternoon. Good.
That's how I used to start.
Good
like,
time.
That's how I used
of
to
the
like,
day.
Elementary school. What's the
Oh,
word?
over the PA.
Yeah. Anyway, hey everyone. My name is Ibrahim.
And my name is Hassan. And welcome back to another episode of Two Bros and a Beard. We are feeling exponentially more pumped up than the last time we've done this.
I have coffee.
I feel. I think it might be the coffee.
It might be, honestly. Yeah.
I felt way less energetic. I will be honest.
Well, we did just come out of a class last time.
We also just came out of a class.
Yeah, but we have coffee this time.
This was also an albeit much easier class.
That's true. Yeah, no, this class was a lot shorter and faster. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a great day. I think by the time this comes up, it'll be like October into November. So I hope everybody had a great October.
Halloween.
I hope everybody had an awesome Halloween. We'll be discussing that in a little bit and things adjacent. But
Did you watch? Did you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yes, yeah. I haven't seen the latest new season that they have.
Never mind, but scratch that. Do you remember the whole like Halloween heist thing?
I love it. I watched all of them with Brianna one day just because it was so funny.
I don't know if it was like Captain Holt or whatever, but someone always yells Halloween. That's when I said it. That's all I was thinking.
I think it's what's that guy's name? The guy who one of the two, Sully, I think. Scully? Yeah, I think it's Scully.
Yeah, whenever they were going on the bus. And
yeah.
Yes.
In the background, he and the other guy are just like Halloween.
Yeah, I don't know why I was picturing that, so I kind of just yelled it. It works. That's fine.
So, just quickly before we get into stuff, I just wanted to check up Ibrahim. How are you doing? How's everything? I think the last time we had like a live checkup was when we were still depressed, like episode 4 or something.
Same thing.
Same thing.
I hate school.
I feel like we're in that lull between exams and the midterms now, where we're like, it's kind of like the beginning of the semester where it's a little slower, a little nicer now.
Yeah.
And then it'll pick back up again. So I'm kind of like enjoying this little lull in between.
Feel good. The time right after an exam scares me because it's the calm before the storm. We're starting the new topic. We're getting into this next thing.
The homeworks are like reset to
there's not even any homework technically for like the first week.
I haven't had any homework. Yeah. I had my math exam today actually, and I felt like all that panic, and then the moment I got out, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's why when I got out the exam, I was like, honestly, I don't really care what I got.
Yeah.
The weight on my
shoulders
good
to just be over.
is just gone. And so this whole week now, I'm chilling. That's why we were playing video games a lot recently.
Yeah.
That's like that week and a half.
Love it.
Before everything starts just hitting you again.
I'm trying to get into that mindset of not thinking about school as much as possible.
I've been working on
this
that.
kind of rhythm of having school the way it is right now helps.
Yeah.
Like right when we get out of the exam, I just stopped thinking. Another thing, that ability to relax after an exam, I think only can come if you don't care about your grade as long as it's a pass.
Did you see how I did not open my blue book on my physics exam? Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I passed it or not. I'm not checking. I think
because I still want the maximum grade. I still don't have that much. What's the word? Not I don't want to say it negatively, but I'm still very, very self-conscious about that grade. I don't have that full relief like you do, where I'm just next thing, it's over, let's go.
Yeah, no. It was just this one exam because I knew as soon as I walked into that exam and started reading the questions, I was not going to do well.
Dude,
and so,
oh my god,
when I finished my exam, I submitted it, and as I was walking out of the class, I'm like, I'm screwed. I understand that. Screw it. Moving on. And so when I got the exam back so we can check our grades and stuff, I was like, I already know. I was already mentally ready for me being doing bad on it.
No, baby.
I was like, I'm not even gonna check my grade. I don't really care to.
But yeah, how you were saying, we're playing more. I love it. Today, right? I love the feeling of being able to grind other than school.
Yeah.
Right. I get done with class, I get the homework blazed out, and then I can do what I want, my other side projects, the YouTube or the podcast or hanging out with you guys or drawing or guitar, all the outlets, right? Yeah. You can't do that when the school year starts up, but I wish it stayed like this. I wish it stayed minimal so that your college life would feel more than just college.
Last year, the first year of our college, was one of the easiest years of my educational life.
I have to actually disagree with you, but we had very different
we had a very different, because that first year I was taking college algebra, history, government, and engineering. Intro to engineering. Bro, history and government. I never went to a government class because it was just all online. I could just cheat on all of it. History, you have the same teacher now, and mine was like half online.
He's great though.
He's just really laid back, and honestly, if you just show up to class, you get an A.
Mm-hmm.
Intro to engineering was just like me doing a couple of CADing stuff, which takes me like one day, and then college algebra. College algebra was my most tedious class, but I was just chilling in it because it's algebra and I know all of it.
All right.
I was just chilling for the whole year. Second semester, pre-cal. It's the only difference. And some sort of engineering class. I don't remember what it was. But I was just chilling, bro. The first year, I was going out. I even went and got a job. I can't do that.
Yeah, we have the exact reverse situation. And from what I've been told, sophomore year is significantly harder than freshman year. It may or may not be the hardest, especially second semester, and then after that it starts getting
second semester this year. I am scared for.
There's hope. Yeah, let's not even talk about that. I want to be happy right now. I'm feeling good vibes.
No, we got to start like applying for classes soon.
Yeah, and college, like the
and, like,
app transfers. Yeah.
So that's why I'm worried about.
Is it November 1st the open for the
some
application?
of it? It depends on the school.
But that like ability to be able to do stuff, that's what I wanted college to be even before school. Like, I can balance school, I can maybe have a job, I can work on side projects, right, that I enjoy, like this podcast, and not have to like sacrifice my time. And I love that feeling. And then part of that feeling is the feeling of the fall. I have to be honest, man. The fact that it's fall right now, it's sweater weather again. Like it's not. It used to be, and then when we recorded the food episode, it was better, and then all of a sudden it flipped, and now it's back.
No, bro, I was checking the weather last night. It gets cold up until next Tuesday.
Really?
Next Tuesday, it's gonna hit high 71.
Every morning, I ask Siri what the weather is, and she always says high 80, low 60.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's like that. But I literally saw that next Tuesday might be high 71.
I hope it freezes, bro. I literally hope we go back into that ice age.
See, 70s. Friday is going to be all 70s. It's just going downwards, and then it's going to go up a little bit.
44 at night. That's nice.
67?
That's nice.
I'll take that.
I'll take that, too.
That's the fall vibes.
And that, part of that is the fall vibes, which we mentioned earlier, and we will expand on. But, I don't know. I love being able to do something else, and I'm feeling good right now about that. Especially one exam that the specific section of math that we did, we all like knew. He said it was an easy chapter because it was just nice, which was good. I just studied a little bit when I woke up this morning. Went and took the test. I think I got like an 80 to a 90. I'm feeling good.
Nice.
Right? Did lab, slept through it basically, and now we're here. So like I'm all good.
These days where you're like, I got stuff done. I went to school. I'm still mentally sane.
And then you play with the boys, you hang out with friends,
hang out with the lads,
right? And then you like get some sleep, right? Versus no sleep, which is how it usually is.
Yeah. You go home and you feel more accomplished because you got like a variety of things done.
Yeah.
Versus just going to school, come back home.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. When your day feels so mono accomplished, like just one thing, just one. Like I remember, heated right before midterm. It felt like I had one big thing for school every day to do, and then after that, had to go to sleep.
Did you see my my midterm exam week?
Oh my god, if Monday, y'all saw his to-do list, you would have passed out.
Monday I had a lab. Tuesday I have class. Wednesday I have my first math exam. Thursday I have a physics exam. Friday I have a biology exam. Saturday I have a biology practical.
Yeah,
I hated. I know I have labs through that for math. I hated that week.
Yeah,
and so that's why as soon as I got out of that week, actually after my first exam, my calculus exam was on Wednesday. As soon as I got that exam and I finished it, bro, my head was like, we're chilling, bro. I didn't even care about the rest of my exams.
I had 3 exams that weekend as well, and all of them I was studying for simultaneously, and I was just like, my brain, A, was not meant to hold this much information, B, will not need it anymore, C, just wants out. Like, I felt my brain tapping out, and I felt like the coach who kept picking my weak brain up off the floor. And you gotta keep going, bro. I know there's a piece of, like a literal piece of you on the floor right now. Don't worry about it. Just pretend it's there and keep moving.
I was taking my biology exams at like 4 a.m. and I was like, this is where I am right now. Because I just wanted to get them over with, dude. I just wanted to get them over with.
But so, I guess academically, things are always going to be pretty rough. But like on the whole, especially personal life-wise, I feel like things are better. I feel like things are getting a little nicer right now.
I don't know if like nicer is the word, but like they're kind of like mellowing out for me. You know,
is that positive progress? from before?
Hell if I know. I don't know.
Well.
It's just like mellowing out, and I'm like, sooner or later it'll either go up or down. If I have a good day, then I know the next day is gonna be a bad day. So I don't know. It's up and down.
We got one more unit, right? One more quarter of our semester done, and then we're done.
I know for our physics lab, I was looking at it. We have 4 more labs.
That's just 4 more Mondays. That's
which is
all of November.
4 more Mondays plus 1 Monday because we don't have labs last week.
Right.
Last week of semester.
So we're almost done.
Which scares me, dog.
I like it.
I like it, but it also scares me because that means
we're closer to the second semester.
We're closer to finishing off the semester, which means exams, labs, more work to do.
Okay. But
because we still have 1 lab for physics, I have not lab, sorry.
Exam.
1 exam for physics, 1 exam for physics lecture. I have biology exam, biology practical. I have a humanities exam I have to take next week and in a couple of weeks. There's still a lot of stuff, dude.
We're getting there, though.
But yeah,
we're getting there slowly.
Oh, I don't know. This might be kind of connected to what we just talked about, but on the weekends, whenever like we just go through like the exam weekend on the weekends, you're kind of free. Do you ever just get there and get so bored of being bored?
Yeah. No, because it like there was a day Monday I had nothing. Yeah. And I was like, what do I do? And then immediately Tuesday I had so much stuff, and I was like, yeah, dude, I went from literally having nothing and wanting something to having so much and just wanting nothing. It's so crazy.
It's weird because after every single exam I had, they're like, I'm like, yeah, I got a break for like a couple days, before the next week, so blah, blah, blah. But I would get to like Saturday night, and I'm like, I'm going to gouge my eyes out. I don't know what to do. I'm so bored. And so I just got to start playing like video games or something by myself, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm so bored. And Mom would be like, go get a job. I can't get a job right now, mother.
Yeah,
I know how my next week's gonna look.
Anybody else in college that is balancing a job right now, you're amazing. I don't know how.
True.
I know that if I work any more than I already do, it will immediately affect my studies.
Yeah, my mom tried to convince me to get a job.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. Maybe I'm weak for that, but anyway, something a little bit more positive, a little bit more enjoyable. Ibrahim, do you have I feel like I've been talking about a lot of bathrooms lately, so do you have any bathrooms to review?
So in Texas, and I think one other state, I don't remember which state, it might have been like Arkansas or some weird state like that, we have a Buc-ee's.
I like to call it Busey's or Buckeyes or any other variation other than Buc-ee's, just to piss people off, because it's not spelled like the way you think.
It's not.
It's spelled Buccees.
Is it? I don't know how many C's there are, but something like that. Yeah. But anyway, we have a Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's, for people who don't know what a Buc-ee's is a large gas station. No, actually.
Oh wait, it's spelled Buc-ees.
That one.
What the heck? It's even worse.
Sure.
Yeah, it's Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Ugh.
Because no one stops and says Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have a Buc-ee's. For people who don't know what Buc-ee's are, Buc-ee's, whatever. If you take like a 7-Eleven and a Walmart and they have a baby.
Yeah, except like one of the super Walmarts, like a good Walmart.
Like a really good Walmart. You walk in.
No, not 7-Eleven. What's that one?
Which one?
Racetrack.
Yeah, take a nice racetrack and a Walmart or like a Target. Yeah. Or like a Whole Foods.
Oh yeah,
kind of on like that weird scheme.
Yeah, like a Whole Foods.
So you take like a racetrack or like a Kroger or a Target, one of those things, or a Whole Foods, and they had a baby. It has like 50 gas pumps. The gas station like building itself is gigantic.
It's technically a truck stop.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
but then there's like a whole mini mall inside. And
you can buy clothes, food, beef jerky, and hot sandwich.
But if you ask people, the main selling point, it's those bathrooms.
The bathrooms in Buc-ee's. Okay, this is our bathroom review, kiddos. Okay, this is the Buc-ee's bathroom review, the one and only. Okay, well until Marco's on here because I want his.
We do need Amar to talk about his Buc-ee's experiences.
Buc-ee's bathrooms are, if you take like a Walmart bathroom or like one of those like big store bathrooms and then just like quadruple it by 70. You would walk into a Buc-ee's bathroom and find 45 urinals, 35 sinks, and a bunch of different toilets. It is gigantic, and it's always clean, which is amazing because it is just clean. There's one napkin on the floor, and you turn around after peeing, it's not there anymore. Someone picked it up and threw it away. And it's not like those weird ones where like, you know, since it's a truck stop, it's just all nasty and weird, and people taking showers even though there are showers. It's really really clean for like a truck stop because it's essentially a big Walmart, and so it's kind of really nice.
Weren't you gonna apply there once?
I was. They never got back to me.
Do you remember what the
not to the bathroom? I applied to the store.
Do you know what the wages were?
For a cashier, it was between 12 to 15, and for a person making food, is from 15 to 17. If you're like the shift manager, you're getting paid like 24. It was a lot better than what I was expecting.
I was trying to think because like it might be because they pay their people a little bit better.
They pay really
that the bathrooms are cleaned a lot more.
Yeah.
But also they know that truckers are gonna go in there heavily, so they want to keep that untructified.
They do have things. I think they do have showers. I think the really really big one, I think in like Denton or whatever, has like a lot of showers. Mm-hmm. The smaller ones might have a couple showers, but I know they have showers. It's a full on truck stop, gas station, mall essentially, and the whole reason we bring this up is for the bathroom review. Mm-hmm. The bathroom is honestly really cool because the urinals. I don't ever go use truck stop toilets because I think they're weird. But the urinals themselves are one of those urinals that like gets the floor, like it's the full wall thing. It's not one of those little bowls that's hanging in the middle of the wall.
They got the good cakes.
It's all the way on the bottom, and they have the cakes. It's dope. Mm-hmm. I like it.
So numeric review, numeric score out of 10.
9.8.
9.8. Whoa. 9.8. Whoa.
Bro, I always have a good
That might be the highest score we've given for a bathroom.
Yeah, bro. Yet. I'm not talking about like no Walmart like gas station. Nah. 9.8 because I've always had a good like time in that bathroom.
Okay. I like that. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So, I guess
have you ever been to a Buc-ee's bathroom?
Yeah. You guys like Amar, right? One of our friends, Amar, got initiated, and I also got initiated. You guys basically just pointed me towards where like this ammo crate was, and was just like, just go there, just discover. And I walked in there, and I stumbled upon a whole freaking locker room. Yeah. And then I was like, "Was that the bathroom?" And you guys were like, "Yes." And I was like, "That was amazing."
Yeah, my cousins were from Cali. Every single time they came down here, we would take them to Buc-ee's, and the very first time they would walk in, we were like, "Yeah, just go to the bathroom. It's over there." Blah blah blah. One of my cousins walks out. He goes, "Yo, that bathroom was dope, bro." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, right?" He goes, "Can I get one of those? Can we get Buc-ee's in California?" We're like, "No, y'all got in and out."
Nah, we that's our thing.
Yeah, that's our thing.
But I guess in lieu of this episode might be a little late, but the time, the weather, the vibes, the season. We wanted to talk today a little bit about like holidays. We discussed before the podcast that this is going to also be one of those recurring episodes, like something the topic will be expanded on and touched upon earlier. But we just wanted to put our foot in the door and talk about just like, the vibe of holidays, what holidays mean for us, and upcoming holidays and things like that. Yeah. So I think just to get everybody on the same page, y'all, us, let's talk about what was our relationship with holidays, especially growing up, because that's like the fundamentals, right? Yeah. What was growing up and celebrating holidays like? What did that look like? What does it mean? I guess Ibrahim, if you want to go first.
So holidays, as in like the holidays we're about to go through, or holidays in general?
In general, I mean, like, if you want to, especially because we are talking about like mainstream holidays versus religious things, I think we can exclude the religious ones out. Sure. More like the things that all like general society will take part in, right? Something that you'll feel the energy of when you go outside.
Holidays are weird because as a kid, they were like, what's the word I'm looking for? Blown up. Like they're more important to us.
Yes, they were emphasized for sure.
Emphasized a lot. And so now that I'm kind of an adult, oh god, I'm an adult now.
Yeah, I don't like thinking about that either.
Bro, I turn 20 next month.
Yuck.
You, I turn 20 next month. Anyway, holidays have always been like weird to me because, like as you said, besides like the religious ones, I don't really celebrate a lot of holidays. I think Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's might be the only ones I actually like associate with. Not associate, but like the ones I actually care about. Halloween because candy, obviously, and like being scary. Thanksgiving for the sole reason that I get to eat a lot, and most of the time my birthday's on Thanksgiving, so like you have a great big dinner and then birthday cake after, which is dope. And then Christmas just because in America you can't walk around and not find Christmas vibes everywhere on Christmas like month. And then New Year's because New Year's, like everyone has to celebrate New Year's. But all the other ones like
Alamo Day.
Alamo Day, Indigenous People Day. I don't even know if that's a thing or not.
It is.
It's right next. I think it's like the same day as Columbus Day.
It
or
is
the next
the
day or
replacement for
something.
Columbus Day because Columbus was a piece of turd.
Sure. Okay.
Do you remember from the history class?
No.
Yeah.
You think I paid attention in history
Exactly.
class?
You should have, because then you would have realized that Columbus was the bad guy.
Yeah, I know he's a bad guy. I don't think about it too much because it's never.
Yes, Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yeah, some of the other ones I don't really like vibe with. I don't really care for. You know what I mean? Especially that I'm single, can't do no Valentine's Day.
Just wait, bro. Just wait.
Sure. But yeah, no, like honestly, growing up, holidays weren't really a big thing. Like we never really celebrated Christmas. Halloween was kind of, my parents were always sketched out about Halloween, and Thanksgiving, like I said, was only kind of Thanksgiving because of my birthday. So that's kind of it. Like we don't do Christmas that much. So the only actual holidays are either religious holidays or possibly Thanksgiving.
I think for me, holidays, like you were saying, right, being a kid is like the best time to do any holiday because everything feels special and magical. Just from the way I've lived and family, like Christmas was important, but it was not the same way other people, right? Like we're not Christian, so we don't celebrate the Christian aspects of it, but we still did the presents under the tree, and every now and then we actually had a tree, and that was nice. Less now, especially for my youngest brother, because he's a lot older, but I guess my parents just have not, had the idea of having a younger kid around, so that didn't come to them, especially when he was younger. But Halloween, like my mom and my dad, they had like religious reservations about it, like different things, but as we got older, especially when we got clarification on like what is and what is not okay to do for Halloween, Halloween expanded and was a great source of joy as well.
I think we've done more Halloween things as a friend group.
Yeah.
Why don't we do anything else? We just only want to do Halloween stuff.
Well, I don't know. I think it was a tradition, kind of like what we'll talk about it later because of the short film and just like the season in general.
Maybe. I don't know.
So like Halloween is good. Basically all fall holidays, Thanksgiving, even though it's like not really religious, but is like tied to something of American culture, we still like celebrate just as families and friends. Like if we're not doing it independently, we'll go to a friend's house and have a big Thanksgiving dinner there. Yeah. Everything kind of starts fading around February after the Super Bowl and after Valentine's Day. Like my birthday is always the couple days before the Super Bowl, which sucks. Oh wait, is the Super Bowl February 4th? Or
I don't know off the top of my head.
I forget if it's after or before my birthday. But basically, my birthday and the Super Bowl are really close to each other. And then after that, Valentine's Day, which now means more being in a relationship. And now that we're not in school, giving each other candy, which was another source of income back in the day.
Super Bowl is February 13th, 2022.
So then, yeah, my birthday, and then a week later is the Super Bowl. And then Valentine's Day, and then that's it. The other days of the year become more like days that we shouldn't have school, like an excuse to not have school. But other than that, there's like no significance for me.
We just had
all of them have been like mostly last half of the year related and a couple months in the beginning.
We just had Labor Day, and we don't have school on Labor Day.
That's the only day we don't.
And
have
I'm
school.
like, oh yeah, Labor Day is a thing. I always forget Labor Day is a thing until we don't have school for it.
No one ever realizes all these small days until they look on their school calendar and the next day says student teacher holiday, and you're like, yes,
okay, I know school tomorrow, 3-day weekend.
Yeah. So like no one ever thinks about it like that.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, Christmas definitely has not been as like magical. It's just more like an event thing. That is kind of weird. Like when you get older, it just becomes like one party everybody goes to, or like something that people do that day, and then it's over. Yeah. But yeah, I guess growing up, my favorite holidays like yours, like just the last ones of the year, the bigger ones, the ones I was telling you about this earlier, right? The ones where you feel the energy and the vibes of the season without anything happening. You just go outside and you feel it, right? In the decorations or in the way people are talking, in the food that restaurants are serving, like Starbucks and seasonal pumpkin spices, right? The smell in the air when it's cold, which I still need to do research about why it actually smells like that. I really want to know.
No clue.
It all makes you feel the holiday more. But everything else in the beginning of the year is like lame. Like 4th of July is like one day of barbecue smell and that's it. And like a couple little like
4th of July is honestly just night. It's not even a full day.
It's not even a full day.
It's like the evening barbecue.
Super Bowl day, no one cares about. St. Patty's Day, people just pinch people.
Super Bowl is not a holiday.
April Fools, no one does anything. Indigenous People Day, it's great to remember, but like, it's also just an excuse for no school.
Also, like, I just thought of this right now. Do you remember when being in elementary school, like first grade up to like third-ish, for every holiday, I'm talking St. Patrick's Day, Christmas, Valentine's Day, you would always have a class party.
Yes, and you would have a different thing to do that day. You would dress up.
Yeah, you would do something.
Make a thing. You would feel like the holiday.
Yeah.
And now it's
now
just
that you grow up, there's nothing like that. You get to middle school and you're like, oh, today's Valentine's Day. I'm single. Okay.
Like in high school, I think like I just remember it's like some people wore green on St. Patty's Day and other people just randomly pitching each other. Which I'm not saying people have to. I'm just saying it illustrates that it goes down a lot over time.
Hey, bro, I'm wearing green underwear. You can do that.
I used to pull that. I used to also say that I have like a fleck of green on this one like necklace that I used to wear all the time, so I was always protected. I was always strapped.
But like the environment, I think it's all just about like environment. Because I think then as kids we had environment. We had class party day.
Yeah.
For Valentine's Day, even if you're single. So get a little card, put a little sticker on it, a heart sticker. Oh my god, this is for Assad. I think you're really cute. Here you go. And you give it to the person.
I used to look I would look forward so much to those things though, because that was when people slipped the messages.
Yeah.
My friends would be like, "You're the best dude ever," and I'd be like, "You too, bro. Have a fun dip." And then I walk up to my crush and I'd be like, "I saved this fun dip for you. Take it."
Fun dips made so much money just off of like Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, but I just had some now. Me and Amar were talking about this before. It's not the same, man.
It's not the same. No,
it's not the same.
As you grow up, what's the word? Mandela effect or whatever. Like things change. We'll talk about that.
That Mandela effect is a little bit different than what you're trying to say, but I get what you're saying.
The change in foods and whatever. I don't know what it's called, but
I think as well, like environment, but also when something I was thinking, when you are like older and you're in an office job, they also do this. Like they'll just like crappily put up decorations and have like a little like some team manager is just gonna go out and get some stuff for the day, and I wonder if then it'll also feel a little bit like more like the holidays. But like you're totally right, the environment, right, the feeling of it being around. I remember when Christmas would come around and in the city they would put up lights, and there's this one big tree on one intersection that I'd always pass on the way to school and work and stuff. Loved seeing that. I loved feeling the cold in the air, which we'll talk about that in a minute, but like the weather, really big impact, right? Climate change absolutely thrown that out of the dial, especially for Texas.
The reason I would say environment per se like pushes the holiday is because I remember like as a family, we don't do much for Christmas, right? But I remember at least like every year at some point in the Christmas holiday time, we would go to, what's that one place called? We would go and see Vitruvian lights, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You would go there, and that's the environment,
took me to Vitruvian for the first time in my life last year.
We would always go, or like Deerfield or whatever. We would always go and look at the lights because that's the environment. That's the Christmas, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Even that's gone down. We went during COVID, and it was like crazy, bro.
Oh, COVID is a whole other thing, bro.
Yeah, which I guess we'll talk about that next.
We'll see. But now I think it's just all about like environment, because now that we grow up, we see that some of these holidays don't really matter, like we said. Not matter, but like you don't connect with it as much. That's why when you get to the end of the year, you see Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Those you can like connect to more versus Labor Day, which to be honest, I don't even know what Labor Day is.
I think also the bias has to be like pointed out that like we're older.
Yeah.
We're more logical, we're more mature, so things like that don't sell for us anymore, which I don't necessarily agree with, because the Christmas magic, because I never believed in Santa Claus, like...
Sure, yeah.
Or rather, I never believed in Jesus as Santa Claus, so there's no religious anchor.
Yeah.
And I never believed that Santa Claus was real from an early age, right? Because I'm not Christian, so it never ever like was tied to something superstitious. It was just like the nice feeling. I remember when Disney would... That's a big one, bro. When the cartoon, like the Disney Cartoon Network, when they would run the Christmas specials for all their shows. Yeah, and they would
count down the days and like everything.
It felt so real.
Environment, bro.
You know how the transitions between the ads used to be like da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but then they, on like Thanksgiving or Christmas, they do like Jingle Bell.
They change it.
That would make me feel so much like...
Like you're finally getting into it.
Yeah, it was coming. So like... Age definitely plays a big factor, but I don't think so, because even at our age, we still have people who are like super early Christmas, which again, we'll talk about later, super passionate about it. So age is partially it. And then I think partially it's also, and this is like, I guess, I'm 14 and this is a deep statement, but just like a trend for like human society as we've gone along, right? More secular, more logical thinking, more scientifically anchored, right? More reason based. There are still some weirdos out there like flat earthers and anti-vaxxers, but
what do you mean, the Earth's flat?
We've gotten more logical, right? And as a result, when you get older, you're pushed into a world that says don't think about all of this like magical stuff anymore. Like you don't need it. So it's nowhere. It's not anywhere to be seen. So it affects that environment you're talking about, where it's like it's not really even influencing anything outside of stuff. You have to go out now. You have to go out to get it. Like, you have to actually like work to get it, which is part of what that fall vibes I was talking about. It's like I never used to decorate my room, right? I would just feel it naturally. Now I decorate my room to remind myself, like these are the things I love. This is the season that's going on, right? You have to like go to events. You have to buy food that reminds you of stuff, right? It's not just like you feel it inherently. So I think those three things: environment, the being younger, you know, and then just like society.
Can you imagine if like pumpkin spice? You know how like fall people think pumpkin spice latte and blah blah blah. Can you imagine if like that was a year-round thing to where it wasn't? What am I trying to say here? Like that idea of food, whatever, is year-round, and therefore it wouldn't be connected to fall.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
Well, pumpkin spice is available year-round.
Yeah, but like
and you're right.
Focus just on fall.
It
for it
becomes less fall.
Yeah,
but in a weird way, because we're living in such a desaturated area, pumpkin spice is like the last beacon of fall throughout the entire year. Yeah, everybody looks at it and they think fall first.
I think you've gone like a pumpkin spice drink once upon a time in like June or something, and you were like, "Oh my god, I remember the fall."
Yeah,
it reminds me of fall vibes. Yeah, and I'm like,
fall vibes.
Interesting. But yeah, no, it makes sense because like you drink it, you reminisce or whatever.
Exactly, and I feel like that's just gone down a lot, and I it makes me sad. But something else that's just gone down over time. You know, we just went through a pandemic. It's weird to think
we went through a pandemic.
As of recording this, it's been 2 years.
Almost, right?
We started the podcast almost a year ago. It's been 2 years since the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, right, a lot of the best holidays have some sort of large gathering, right?
Yeah.
And that was absolutely thrown out the window. I think one thing that a lot of people realized for Halloween, at least, was like, why do we go outside? Like,
why do we need to go trick-or-treating?
Halloween has been declining rapidly.
Yeah.
Just over time. But especially with the fact that you can't go outside, people were like, it's not that bad. Which is a little sad. But it's also like, yeah, I felt that too. I was like, yeah, I guess I can just go to the store and get candy.
Get candy and come back home.
Right? Like, I don't need to
go. But the candy's free if you go outside.
But you make up for almost the cost of it, buying a costume and everything. So, like, economically, you're not really saving money. It's just the feeling. It's just the feeling of getting it from someone else and, like, walking around with your friends. Yeah, it's the vibe.
We should have, like, a
it's
count.
all about the vibes. It's all about the vibes.
We should have just a count of like how many times we've saved vibes.
I will not watch this episode, but if somebody does want to do that and then post it in the comments, I will be ever grateful. That would be hilarious.
Vibe counter.
65. Vibe counter. But I think Halloween definitely took a hit, and then inversely, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is all just family based,
right? And I think,
or like friends and family based. Yeah,
because people couldn't get together, this Thanksgiving is gonna be really like special.
Yeah, because we had someone today in our class, like one of our friends, our lab mates. He was saying like, I'm gonna go up and see family this Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's gonna be like everyone.
Yeah, which that like that for the large family he has, it's like a really big gathering.
Like, cause I remember like there was a while, I think maybe like a decade, where every year for Thanksgiving, my family would invite people over, like friends and family and blah, blah, blah. And we would make like a turkey and, go all out for Thanksgiving dinner. And then when the pandemic hit and we were thinking about it, we were like, we can't invite anyone. Do we still make a turkey? Do we still Thanksgiving? We made one, obviously, because why the heck not? But it just did not feel the same, And then at the end of it, we're like, hey, Black Friday shopping, we're staying home. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, Black Friday too. Like Cyber Monday was like the best it's ever been that day because of how little people could go outside, so they were literally all using online shopping.
Yeah,
it was nuts.
Amazon made bank. Anyway,
but then yeah. Like what else? What else? Like
and then Christmas is all family.
Yeah, Christmas also. Oh man, just
Christmas.
Being at home and not having all the kids shows to watch and like not having any vibe and the weather just barely there.
Yeah.
It felt like when the snow melts. It's just like lame. It's
Bro,
just like, ugh. It's just moist. It's a moist Christmas.
We never get snow on Christmas, but we'll get it in February.
Yeah, we'll get less snow when it's supposed to snow.
It'll be hot on Christmas Day and then snow in February during the freaking like the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
It's great. Yeah, because last year we had snowstorm essentially in February because I was supposed to start my job that week of the snowstorm, and they had to call me and be like, yeah, we're gonna have to cancel until all this melts. And I was like, where was this on Christmas? Like, that would have been nice on Christmas sometime.
I think less than the other things, but like still pretty important is the weather.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, especially in Texas, with how freaking bipolar the weather is,
yeah,
it kind of does take away from Christmas when it's hot outside. It's okay, I guess, for the fall because it's like medium warm. It didn't used to be. It used to be breezy.
Yeah.
But it does kind of mess with it a lot.
I think, yeah, no, if November starts, half October, November starts, and it's not getting to like cooler temperatures and like gloomy outside, I don't really vibe with the
I want to see the gray sky. Yeah, I usually don't like that, but now I do. I want to see like.
I actually like gray skies.
Fall.
They're kind of nice. Like, you know, it's about to rain, but it's not. It's just kind of cool, and there's a lot of wind. I vibe with that, bro. You'll see me driving down my street with all grass and everything, just vibing, bro.
Yeah.
I got some like opera going in the background. I feel like I'm in a weird movie.
I like how people are trying again. Like, I've seen a lot of decorations outside people's houses already for Halloween. What? Yeah, like in my neighborhood.
I haven't seen any like really that much.
Really?
When I went over to Natalie's house, I saw like one.
Wow.
And that's Murphy, Wiley, Saxy, all that. Like, that's. I'm gonna get canceled for this. That's white people territory.
That it is a lot more.
That's
suburban definition out there.
But that's where everyone puts up like pop-ups and stuff like that. When I was at Al's house, he was like, yeah, those neighbors over there, they've been starting on their Halloween stuff since like beginning of October. And I'm like, man, that's what I want.
I went to Brianna's house, her dad's house, and there was a lot of people with their Halloween decorations. But they're also known for having their decorations up.
Like, nobody in my neighborhood block has anything up.
We actually just went to a pumpkin patch recently, and we got pumpkins, and we carved. This is the first time in my life that I've ever carved a pumpkin. It was the nastiest thing ever, but it was so much fun.
I've never done it before.
I made just a classic jack-o'-lantern. You'd be really good at it because of all the Boy Scout skills. You'd be able to like whittle that thing into Picasso.
Low-key whittling is kind of fun.
But it was so much fun, and now we actually have Halloween decorations outside.
Yeah,
which feels really nice.
Natalie's family has the funniest like. Their whole house is just Halloween stuff now. If you ever drive by her or go to her house,
we love that.
I literally like opened the door the other day and I was like, y'all have a spider infestation outside, and because they have those fake webs on their bushes and stuff like that, I was like, this is.
I want to do that. That actually sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it was.
Then you have to clean it up.
Yeah. All the people have to go up on like Christmas and put up their lights and like on the roof and everything. Good luck with that,
dude. Also, it is super hard to find a costume when you're older. It used to be so much easier. Like it used to just be like, this movie came out, I like this character. This thing I did, I saw this guy. Now it's like I can't pick out anything. It's
is
so
it because
much
you're
difficult.
Indecisive, or is it?
I think it also is just naturally because I am a lot more indecisive.
Because as kids, like you can wear like a Buzz Lightyear and no one would care because that would make sense. Like you're a kid, no one cares what you wear. But as an adult, if you're gonna go to like a party or a gathering or a haunted house, you have to like. Yes, you have to wear what other people will be like, that's socially acceptable or whatever, you know?
I think, like, for the last 2 years, before even the pandemic hit, I wanted to like, do a Ghost of Tsushima outfit, like, of the samurai.
Yeah.
With the straw hat and the flowy cape and everything and the sword. I just have not gotten around to actually, like, putting it together. And now we're, like, a week out from Halloween, and I really need to figure out, like...
Why not?
What am I going to do?
Why haven't you done that?
Because acquiring the parts for the costume to actually make it look good, because this is not a costume that, like, that's part of why it's difficult. When you get older, you want to do more ambitious stuff, but they don't sell these things in pieces at the store anymore, right? It's not like the stupid puffed up superhero costumes. It's like, it's actually kind of difficult to find all the stuff. Like, I don't know where I get a straw Japanese hat from.
Or like literally, I can find you one by the time this episode ends.
Not a kimono, but like I don't know what they're called. Like I'll show you a picture of it. If any of y'all played the game Jin Sakai, the traveler attire, like it's like a what a samurai wears underneath the armor.
Interesting.
It's if I show you some pictures, it'll really make.
Is it the little like karate looking?
Yeah, it's kind of like the robe, but a little bit more open. Thing? Yeah. Let me find a picture. You keep going.
I'm pretty sure I can find you a costume parts like that. I don't actually wear costumes that much whenever I go trick or treating. I have the same costume looking thing, Grim Reaper looking thing.
Yeah, that's what that is.
As wear that. Hey, I'm talking about the black one, not the white one. Sure. Talking about the black one. The black one I used to just wear that and the anonymous mask. I've worn the same outfit for like the past like 7 years. Because why would I go waste money on buying a new one if my parents hate Halloween? So I'm like, this works out. But yeah, no, honestly, save money, reuse the same costume because you're gonna be using it once a year. So
well, I mean, like you're very right. I when I was younger and I took advantage of Halloween, and which is another aspect I feel like I missed out because I thought these holidays would last forever and then I just wasted them. But I looked like Harry Potter all the time, especially in middle school, especially with the glasses I used to wear in elementary school. So every year for Halloween, I would get those glasses. I'd get the robe that I got from Universal, and I just find a stick. And my mom would like do a little bit of like, what's it called, eyeliner makeup on my thing for the scar, and I would be Harry Potter every year.
Works.
It was a default costume because I didn't try, but it looked really convincing, and it was fun. It was really
works,
good.
yeah.
But now it doesn't fit, so I'm really sad.
Yeah, no, honestly, costumes are something else. And now, as we get older, it's more of, can I look good in this costume?
Oh yeah, now I actually want to try. Like I want to make it look nice. That's what it looks like. It's like a flowy, like a really loose under thing, like a baggy shirt, like a baggy robe, and then like a vest thing over that, and then a cape, and then he'd be wearing the straw hat, and then the katanas and everything, and then like this belt, and it's a lot. And then like pants, and then like the slipper shoes,
or like H Mart or something, and like look at an Asian store.
I don't know. I'll have to do some research to figure this one out.
Yeah, I have no clue, but might work. Yeah.
But
and now we can't exactly go, at our age. I don't really think we can go. What's the word? We can't go trick or treating anymore. Or according to the societal rules, yeah, we are not allowed to go trick or treating anymore.
Yeah, which I think is kind of sad. Yeah. Like I understand the idea of not wanting to give candy to grown kids. That's fine. Like that, honestly, that makes sense.
I'll go buy it.
I still want to like wear costumes and like run around with my friends. Yeah. And like go hang out, do stuff, come back, watch movies, like celebrate Halloween and like have fun.
But when you think Halloween, you think trick or treating. And as you get older, haunted house and stuff like that. But the thing you're born into is trick or treat.
Right. And I feel like there is an element of it where you can, if you trick or treat in the right place, in a place where it's not majority children, the people will be fine with it. The people will be okay. But when you go to like a neighborhood that has a lot of young kids in it, or like a elementary, I don't know, like something like that, when you're in the area of something that has a lot of younger kids, then the parents or the adults in the area are like, what are you doing? Man?
Isn't like the cutoff for society like the age of like 13?
I think it's like, I think even into high school. Like I honestly think like junior, senior year is when it like really...
Because I was like 13 in like middle school, and I had to like...
Sorry.
I was like 13 in middle school, and I was tall and kind of had my beard going out, and I would get yelled at for trick-or-treating. And I'm like, bro, I'm still like 13. What do you mean? They're like, no, you're not. You're like 17. I'm like, no. Just because I look old and my jeans are weird don't mean I'm old. Like, let me trick-or-treat, goddammit.
I remember one time I was like 7, right, or 8, and these like... I don't remember because everybody that age looked really old, but I'm guessing they could have been like seniors in high school, right? They came up to the door, and I like held my bucket out for them, and they just grabbed handfuls. And my mom slapped me. She was like, "Why did you do that?
Yeah, no.
You just depleted all of the candy supply for the night." And I was like, "They said they wanted it. I just wanted them to take some." And then, so that's when I got the idea. I was like, "That's too old." But now I'm there, and I'm like, honestly, that was a crappy move, but if you don't do that, then I think
not all kids do that.
A lot of people do.
A lot do it.
You do that.
Okay, no, I only do that if it's like they just left the bucket outside.
Yo, listen, Ibrahim and a couple of our other friends, we literally like have to police them on Halloween night because we're like, dude,
if you leave the bucket outside and you're not like watching it, it is technically free game.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. They're doing a civil service and like an actual act of kindness by just letting it be out there.
Okay, for
and
sure.
You're taking advantage of the generosity. And taking candy from actual children.
I don't actually take candy from actual children.
No. That's candy that they can't get.
Yeah.
Because of all the
Here's my argument, though. When we go, like whenever we have our thing yearly or whatever, we kind of trick or treat towards the end of the night where all the kids are kind of going home.
That is also true.
So we just clean up the buckets at the end.
That is kind of true.
So it's not like I'm taking any candy from, because the deadline's like, I don't know, 9 p.m., 10 p.m. max, and so we kind of go like around that time where everyone's starting to go home. I just clean the buckets because I know no one's gonna come after. I don't want like the raccoons to come and like eat the candy.
There are some buckets that you're definitely not cleaning. I cannot deny. I remember there was this one. There are ethical moments though. Like remember that one time we went to that lady's door and she was like, she had a trash bag. She was like, please
just take
handfuls, and we were like, oh my god, like that's the best situation. My neighborhood has like one section where all of the people have the big candy, so we always love going to that part. And then there's like the other ones where they just give lots of small ones. This one was the big one, so not only were we getting handfuls, we were getting handfuls of the big stuff, the good stuff. I remember when we came home and all like 9 of us were putting all our candy on the floor. It was literally like a minefield of candy. I've never seen that much in one place at one time.
My siblings is just like, because between me and my older brother, like the one right above me, is 2 years ish. 2 years? Yeah, 2 years ish. And he stopped going trick or treating, and so I would be the only one going trick or treating. I would have to trick or treat for my family, and so I'd have to come back home, all happy with my bag, candy. And mom goes, "All right, split it up for all your siblings." And I'm like, "No, I did the work." She goes, "If you say no to me, you will not be going next year." And then I'd have to pour out my candy, count how many almond joys I got and how many Snickers, split it up to 5. Give it away. And I'm like, now I have like 20 pieces. Damn it.
This reminds me of like a sad socialist story of some kind, of like some kid who worked at a factory and then his parents needed his money. Yeah. You remember that in history class? We had to learn about like child labor and how like the kids would have to make income and then their parents would speak. All of like U.S. history. And world history too. Yeah, no, in high school too. Mr. Wright talked about it.
Literally, bro, I have no clue what you're talking about.
He talked. Well, there was one story that Mr. Young also made us read about, like a kid who like
Spark Notes
had to. Yeah, I think he probably Spark Notes it, but
I haven't read.
He like had to go to work, right? Because back then child labor was fine, but also his family needed it, so he would come home and like whatever 15, 16 cents he made that day, it would get taken away from him, and he'd only get like 5, right? But also, I don't know.
Okay, that's way too depressing. I'm just talking about candy here.
Yes, but I do understand that vibe. I have the exact opposite problem. Because my youngest brother...
You're older, yeah. I'm the youngest.
He's not as, like, into it. He's, like... He grew up around all the older ones, so, like, he's not into Christmas, Halloween, all this stuff. So whenever we want him to go trick-or-treat, he's like, nah, I'm just gonna play games. Or, like, do something. So I give him a lot of my candy. Because I'm like, I had my fun. I'm probably not even gonna eat all of this. I wanted you to feel that. So, like, I have to do that for him now.
Yeah, if I was older brother, I'd be like, sucks to suck. You ain't gonna have fun.
I should do that now.
Yeah,
I mean, now that he has like friends that are grown up and they're gonna do what we do, I think they might go out and like actually do some fun stuff.
How old's
your
nice. Youngest brother?
Hassan is 13 now. Yeah, coming on to 14.
Damn,
it's weird, man. It's a weird number. He's going to high school.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I'm in college.
Is he going to academy?
No.
Okay, good. We're good.
No, he fully was like no. Yeah, he really wanted to when I first started going. He was like, "This is the coolest thing ever."
And then as
he got into high school and he started being more introverted. He got like is visibly he got introverted at a certain point. Then after that, he was like, "Yeah, I can't do people. I'm just not going to go to that school."
True. Good idea.
I wish he did though. It would help him out a lot.
Yeah, bro. The weirdest. What's your weirdest Halloween experience?
Oh. Other than that, like that lady that gave us all that candy, I think
weirdest, not like bad. Weirdest, whatever.
So I'm not naming names just out of respect, but one of our friends, right? 2 of our friends actually brought significant others, when they came trick or treating with us, and they were with each other all night.
I thought it was just one.
I think it didn't. Shauna have someone as well?
No, it was just one person. No. Oh no, she left. She left to go hang out with significant other.
Well, basically, they were all hanging out. I think it was one couple and then a friend. They were all hanging out. And then they just disappeared at night. And we were like, oh my god, what happened? Are they okay? Oh, I met some of our friends from high school. Remember we met Kobe and a bunch of other them? They were in my neighborhood. And I live on the other side of where that school is. Yeah. So the fact that I saw people from my high school in my neighborhood was insane. There was this one girl who...
No, Natalie was the only person who brought a significant other and they left so they can go eat dinner. Look, listen, I'm not overthinking.
No. I'm just saying the way they left, it was like we were all talking and then all of a sudden we turned around and they're gone.
We were walking together going back home and they were like, we're going to go get dinner. And I guess they just disappeared or whatever. And they went and got food.
Yeah.
And then Natalie came back without her significant other and we were like, where'd he go? And she goes, oh, he just wanted to go home. He was kind of done for the night. And so she just hung out with us. But Shauna, the day that she left was not Halloween. That was
I guess we ended up naming names in general.
No one knows who Shauna is. Shauna was...
That was Halloween.
No, it was the movie night.
No, that too. But Sienna was there for Halloween.
Yeah, she was there for Halloween, but that was when Gopal was there.
The best Halloween was when Kat and Al and Marilyn and Carter, we were all... Dude, when we got back home, we were literally just sliding candy across the carpet, like trading like crazy to curate the best amount of candy for each person. Yeah. I don't like Jolly Ranchers thing. So I gave all of those and we were switching. It was so much fun. What about you? What's your best Halloween story? I can't remember anything before high school, by the way. That's why these are all like really recent. Yeah, no, I just remember like going out with my dad, but that's it. Like I don't know.
I have like the weird ones where like they gave me like the king size, and I wasn't expecting king size. But the actual one that I always remember, and this was with you and the lads.
Was it the pumpkin one? I'm just trying to guess. Before you tell
was when the lady came out in the middle of us like stealing her bucket.
Oh, okay. Fully explain this.
Okay, so we were going. This was 3 years ago, maybe. We were, kind of like towards the end of the night, kind of not. There's still kids outside, and we saw a bucket outside that was just kind of like half full. And me and the lads are idiots. And we're just going to empty this bucket. And it says, please take one. We obviously didn't do that. We took handfuls.
We could not stop them.
They were one handful, And so we started stuffing our bags with candy. And I guess like the mom or whatever opens up the door and starts yelling at us. What'd she say? She was like, you filthy pricks. You guys are the reason why I don't like Halloween.
Yeah, she was like, you dumb kids. Like, why are you guys are way
you guys are
too
teenagers,
old for
whatever. You're not allowed to do this for kids. Put all the candy back. And I looked at her, and Thomas is a good soul. He put his handful of candy back into the bowl, I looked at her, stared at her in my, eye to eye, and I was like, you just call me an idiot. I don't even know you. You seem like you're annoying. And with the handful of candy in my right hand and the bag in my left, I looked at her and I was like, mentally, I was like, no, ma'am. And I just put the candy in my bag and looked at her and walked off because I was like, that was rude. You could have just said, hey, knock it off. Not cool. But she went off on us.
Yeah, she was a little adamant.
She went off on us. And she closed the door. I went back, stole her pumpkin. And I was like, that's for yelling at me.
Yeah. And then that pumpkin slowly died in my living room.
Yeah, I actually completely forgot. I left it literally upstairs right there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I forgot the pumpkin at your house. But she was she went off on us. Granted, we were annoying, but she did not have to say certain words. And I'm like, I would have put it back if she asked, if she said it differently. She just went off on us.
Do you remember that one Halloween? I think it was the second, where when we got to doors, we would just all do a synchronized dance. Yeah. Because we were trying to earn candy from people.
Because we were getting a little bit older, and we were
so we were like, why don't we wow them with something, right? So we kept doing, and it was also when TikTok dances were just starting. Yeah. So we were doing different dances to just impress people, and it worked. We got a lot of good laughs out of people and everything. It was funny, and we started singing.
I was wearing my anonymous mask and the big black hoodie stuff, and so I would just kind of stand right there, and you guys would do the little dancey dance, and she would look to her right and be like, "Oh my god!" and scream because I scared her. Bro, those were the days.
There was that other house where when we opened the door, they judged our Halloween outfits, so they were like 2 out of 10, and then they gave candy accordingly. Yeah, and they looked me straight in the face, and they were like, Harry Potter's a little overdone. Yeah, but you look pretty accurate. And then they gave me a nice big Hershey bar, and I was like. I remember walking away and looking into my palms, and I was like, "What did I do?" I was like, "Am I good enough? Am I garbage? Did I do this right? Am I not worth it?" It was so funny.
It was weird.
I've never ever been straight up harangued by someone.
I remember I taught you guys the code name, the word for bull in Arabic. So whenever we saw a bull outside, because I think that year we weren't going to knock on anyone's houses. We were just going to look for the stray bulls left outside. And I taught you guys the word in Arabic. We were
later at night, so we couldn't really get any bulls.
The word in Arabic there, because there was a group behind us that was wasn't with us. And so we would yell the group, the name, the word. And then we would know to run to that house.
Everybody would just sprint to the bull as
fast as they could. That bull, go.
And then sprint to there was a unit of you guys that went ahead, and then y'all were doing it, and we were all just following you oh my god.
Yeah, no, we had
Remember when you broke my phone? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, bro.
I was running.
That's exactly what I was thinking, bro. And then he was like, I think you were on a thing. Was it my ripstick or was it some sort of
no? I was just running.
Oh, you're just running?
I was just running.
Oh my god!
I was running and my phone was in my pocket, and I was running and Thomas goes, "Oh my god, there's a bowl!" And I was running to that bowl. Out of nowhere, I'm like, "Why did my pocket just get lighter?" And I hear the on the floor.
I definitely need to mute that.
You gotta mute that one. I just feel like the fall of my phone on the floor that hurt my hand.
Crispy.
And I turn around and I'm like, my phone is gone. I picked up my phone.
It was dented on the side.
It was dented. It was cracked. There was like lines going down it. And that was the day that Thomas brought his significant other. And I was like, hey, I know we don't really talk that much, but can you put my phone in your bag? Because I just dropped it. And she goes, yeah, sure.
And we were all like freaking out because you were like, my mom is going to kill me. There's no way I'm going to go home. How do I explain this? I think it ended up kind of okay, though.
It worked out. I mean, I rode that phone for a couple more months and then, I got it fixed. But when I went to take it and give it back to Apple so they can like fix it or whatever, they asked me what happened. I told them I got into a car accident. And so they can fix my phone and like not charge me as much.
Nice.
They eventually just gave me a new phone, like the same like phone, but like, essentially just a different screen and everything. Because I guess the screen, I broke something inside the screen that they couldn't fix, just like with a simple screen repair. So they're like, yeah, we'll just replace your phone and you just pay like $40. And I'm like, all right, say less. And so I just did that. But you always gotta walk up and be like, I got into a car crash, my phone flew and just crashed, and like, oh my god. I was not about to tell them I was running to trick or treat.
We were like coming up with alibis. Like we were like, oh wait, you got in a bike accident, someone ran into you, or like the phone pole, or like something.
You got robbed. You dropped your phone.
And this was right outside my house too. It wasn't like far into the neighborhood.
No, we were like
around the corner.
It was the beginning of our trick or treating endeavor. And I started running, and we break it.
Man,
it was great.
I really miss those days though. Like how fun it was. I remember, especially when I looked at like Sienna and stuff, because Sienna's like a very logical person, right? Like she's not very easy to entertain. Yeah. You obviously see another side of that, but like just our friends in general, and I would see them like smile, and I'd see you guys like, I felt really stupid a lot when I was in high school because I was like, I feel like I'm holding on to stuff that I need to let go because it's immature, it's not cool or whatever. Obviously, I think differently now, but when I used to see you guys smile and like enjoy the vibe, I was like, okay, it feels nice. Like this feels good. This feels like, honestly, I'm chasing those feelings from when we were little, like field day. Oh my god,
field day!
When you could just run around with your friends and do whatever you wanted. I bullied some kids with water balloons, and then they bullied me back. It was great. I was red. I had red spots, but it was worth it. Jumping on the jungle gym, scaring the girls. Oh.
Do you remember when we came back after Halloween trick or treating, or whatever?
The girls beating me up.
Oh, okay, we'll talk about that one day.
Field day is a really good topic, man.
Remember when we came back from trick or treating and we had that weird little like dance party thing outside?
Yes, and then
your like loft or whatever, and then suddenly the lights went out, and Azo got shirtless.
Azo was doing
started
a
wrestling
sexy
Thomas,
dance, and then we like turned our flashlights on and off, and then
we started wrestling Thomas shirtless, and Thomas was like, "What's going on?"
Like money and oh man, so many good memories.
Natalie walks back in because like that was the year that she her and her significant other went and got dinner and came back or whatever.
And then she was like,
she walks in, she goes, "What's going on with you guys?" And then we started singing sad songs, and she goes, who broke their heart?
Remember when me, you, Abby, Thomas, we were just jumping up and down in the dark singing X?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Those were the days. And then a pandemic hit, and we're like, well, there goes all the happiness.
I think another big thing for, like, Halloween and, like, the way we get together and do it is the Halloween short, if you remember. Plug, not plug, because it is relevant to the story. But when we were in high school, me and my friends, we all had a YouTube channel where we made short films. Yeah. And one of the second short film, I think, or maybe the third.
I think it might have been
the third. It was the third.
Handshake.
Banana,
the sandwich,
and then
banana.
Yeah, so fourth.
So I guess like third or fourth.
Fourth, something like that. It was
the best contest. Banana thingy, sandwich, handshake, whatever.
Fourth. I'm just going to say fourth.
Fourth, sure.
It was a short about Halloween. And the filming of it, we actually did a week before Halloween and a week after. Now, do you remember that week? It was freezing.
The first time we recorded was like at night, and it was like, I don't know, 65.
It was cool.
It was like nice. 80, 70 degrees.
It was nice.
It was warm, on the warm side.
And then the week of Halloween.
And then when we came back to record again, the second part, I think it might have been like 50 degrees, like closer to 40.
It was almost freezing, I think, because what happened was we in order to film it, we needed to do it at night because we were busy with school. We couldn't meet up that early at night. And because we had so much to film, we had to go a long time.
Yeah.
So what happened was we were filming at like 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? The first week we did it, it was fine. It was lukewarm. It was really nice, breezy. The second time, I remember we had to take turns going in and outside the house. Who was wearing a jacket? We kept sharing jackets because it was so cold. We couldn't stand outside for too long.
And we had to wear the same exact thing because,
so when we filmed it the first time, we were wearing like t-shirts and stuff, and we couldn't just wear a jacket randomly.
And a t-shirt.
Yeah, and I remember like we had to like stay inside, plan everything, run outside, set up everything as fast as possible, shoot it, cover back up, and run back inside.
Yeah, we were sitting in a car at one point, like warming up, and be like, "All right, you ready for the next scene? All right, go."
Yeah, honestly.
And you can see in like after like we were done making the video and everything, where it was cooler now because our noses
were like
red,
redder, and
our
like faces were like sniffling. Oh yeah,
it was the funniest thing on earth.
But dude, that short film was so good, and we might be making the sequel. Maybe
don't know about that one.
We'll be working on that. I guess that's something we want to do. Me and Tristan still haven't negotiated on who's going to be making which version.
We all talked about making a sequel for the past 3 years.
He assumes that he's going to make his version, and I keep being polite and saying, let's try to mix them, but he's not really taking it.
So in the end, there's going to be no sequel, and me and Thomas are just going to talk about it.
That might be how it is. I mean, there's a large continuity error that we'll have to get around because one of our friends, we can't, make the short film with him anymore. He's just not available. So it's going to be different. But
what if we just have like a table read as one of the podcast episodes?
We could. I don't mind doing that. I have a lot of short films that we could table read
instead of just actually just making the show the short film.
Mm-hmm.
We just sit here and just table.
That would be a good like episode idea or like a segment idea because like it's not like you could do a whole podcast. Honestly, I know people who like write TV shows as a podcast, but like we could do like one episode or something every now and then where we just like read a script.
And like we can do like an ASMR, just get really close, just
like absolutely immersive on the microphone.
And that's how you tell a story,
Yeah, I mean, like if you're driving in your car or something, you can visualize all of this while you're just lazily driving.
Exactly, that's a good idea. There's podcasts that just do that.
But
and I guess they're just story podcasts.
They are story podcasts.
Yeah,
I miss
Dr. Death,
the film. I miss
the environment,
the vibes. Oh, the
that's
weather,
like 66 right there.
Everything. Even at school, we were having a lot of fun with like Halloween and everything. And I guess all of these arguments kind of then we grew up. I think all of these arguments kind of carry into Christmas as well, and like Christmas vibes. And Christmas is like the biggest holiday that I feel.
I think Christmas vibes are the strongest vibes.
But I guess we'll save that discussion for when it's actually Christmas and we can actually talk about it.
Yeah.
But I guess in the interim, are you an early Christmas person or are you more of a don't remind me until it's December 30th?
No, it's more of after Thanksgiving I start becoming a Christmas person. Because I know like a lot of our friends, they'll start listening to Christmas music as soon as Halloween's over, like the next day. And I'm just like, guys, there's still Thanksgiving. Nope, Thanksgiving is not a thing. We are staying with Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the only reason I back up Christmas is for the sole reason that my birthday is Christmas-ish.
Yeah, like around
like that weekend. Yeah, I mean that week. And so I back it up because Thanksgiving, But we have a lot of friends.
Your birthday's around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my birthday's around. Yeah, okay.
You said Christmas.
My birthday's around Thanksgiving, and so I always stand by Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but honestly, if my birthday was not part of Thanksgiving, I would not care. low key, high key, I would not care.
That's a reason.
Yeah, and a lot of our friends just go straight to Christmas next.
I have to say that I am one of those friends.
Yeah,
I think when it's not the last half of the year, I'm kind of thaw. Like, I don't really want to.
Yeah.
But the moment fall comes around, I feel the energy, but it is only after Halloween that I'm like, okay, now the music can start. Now the vibes can start.
Yeah.
And then right after Christmas, I'm just so depressed. I'm just so sad it's over.
I would need it to get really cold in order for me to jump right into Christmas.
That's the only reason I would move to the East Coast. It's because I want it to be cold in winter.
Yeah. That's why we want to go to the New York trip.
Yeah.
Because we literally we were planning on a winter break trip, and we were like, should we go to New York or LA? Those were our bottom two. That's where we're going. One of those two.
Yeah, but New York and Christmas is like a dream.
And then Al goes, guys, we're going during Christmas. New York Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, all of that good stuff.
The big Christmas tree in the
we
Times
went
Square,
straight to like LA.
Ice skating.
We went straight to New York.
Potential for snow.
It's gonna be like 20 degrees, sleeting, raining. I'm down, even if it's cold. I am down for the soul. Like Christmas vibes, lights.
Honestly, I would accept if Texas just made my breath show. Like if I just could breathe and I could see the smoke, it would be amazing.
The other day it got really cold that night and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this phenomenon? Oh my god.
But yeah, I would like to emphasize if anybody can help explain why the air smells different in fall, because I want to know. That would also be something good, because I do want to figure that out. It just smells beautiful. It just smells amazing.
We should have just like an episode where we just sit there and like start recording and we just start Googling things like, why does weather turn cold?
That would be a chill episode, just learning new stuff.
Yeah, we'll do that like segment. We'll do that like every couple months. We'll just have a learn with us. We'll call it learn with us. You know.
Interesting. I like that.
ABCD.
ABC's learn with me.
What? Okay, I'm down. All right. Next episode. Anyway.
But
I would need it to get a lot colder for me in order for me to jump over Thanksgiving.
I agree with that. I think that's smart.
Also, like, there's also Black Friday. How do you just jump over?
I've never viewed Black Friday as like a holiday.
It's not a holiday.
I view it as like an Old Navy sale. Like I'm just like
I would connect it to Thanksgiving just because it's always right after Thanksgiving.
I've never done the writing.
I've never
the waiting in the store. I usually just do.
They don't even do that anymore.
Cyber Monday.
They don't do that anymore.
Well, there was
recently, for the past like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, they stopped doing that. It got so sad. Yeah, come to Walmart at 6 p.m. You can pick up your PS4.
Yeah.
Like, aren't you supposed to wait until 3 a.m. and like get cold and hot chocolate and sit there outside with some random stranger in a tent next to you? Nah, bro, not even.
I think around Thanksgiving time was when the scalping began for PS5s, and it was absolutely unfortunate because my whole plan was I'm going to save up enough to let the discount hit for Cyber Monday, and then the moment I opened it up on Cyber Monday, sold out everywhere. I was like,
yeah, PS5.
Absolutely.
When the PS5 came out, I was really confused on all of that. Like, they were out of stock. They would have like, one of our friends was sitting there like, okay guys, Walmart's gonna open it back up in 30 minutes for a PS5. I gotta be the first person in line. And we're like,
I still had to use shady ways to get my own.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna get one.
Was so sad.
And I was convincing my parents, and they were like, yeah, almost. And then I realized like the whole out of stock thing went down, and my parents were slowly starting to lose like motivation to get one, and I never ended up getting one. I still have a PS3.
You need to upgrade.
PS3
either a computer or a console, but you need to upgrade.
I don't mind either, but like, I just want some new, bro. I play Valorant on an old Toshiba.
Yeah, it's absolutely unfortunate.
That thing runs so badly.
Do you have any final thoughts about Halloween, the vibes, holidays, the feelings? I would, but I'm like kind of, I don't know how to say it. Like I need to feel it in order to, but because we're just not feeling it right now, nothing is coming to mind right now. It might be easier to verbalize, I guess, further when we get closer to Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Fall vibes are, like we said, kind of a mix of Thanksgiving, Halloween, Uggs, boots, scarves, long sleeves, weather, environment. But for Christmas, I think it's a lot stronger. I think Christmas, like, as soon as Halloween's over, everyone's like, all right, take off the scary scarecrow and put on the Santa Claus blow-ups and stuff like that. And I'm honestly sticking to it's all just environment. It's you see, you feel.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I agree. Well, I think that's about it. I think that's about everything we had to discuss for the pod. And
for the pod?
We hit a yeah.
That's what we're calling it, the pod?
It's the pod.
You know how people, like, they start making words smaller for no actual reason?
Mm-hmm.
What was one of the examples? Shoot, I just had an example in my head. But, like, they just make words smaller for no reason. Like, you can just say the whole thing.
Deaf, bro. For show.
Yeah, FS, for sure.
Fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Acronyms are out of hand right now.
You what?
Acronyms and like slang, like text slang, it's out of hand right now, bro.
Yeah, like
people will say thanks, but just one letter removed. And I'm like,
no, it's just the vowels.
Why?
It's just the vowels removed. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Like but thanks, like, THX.
It doesn't take that much more time to just put the N and the K.
Yeah, they just take out like little things like that.
Yeah, like people say tanks.
Tanks.
I'm like, bro, just put
the H. You already have.
Unless they're like going for the joke, but there's people who are like actually just using it as slang.
Bro, I use shore as in like the seashore a lot with you. Like, yeah, do you want to do this? Sure, bro, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like SHORE. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is stupid. Fall vibes, y'all. Fall vibes.
Yeah.
London fog.
But thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for showing up.
Thank you for fall vibing.
Yeah, I hope that at least like talking about it, bringing it up will incite a little bit more, and I hope that like one of my missions, the reason why I pointed out Fall Vibes, the reason I've been so about it these last couple of years is because I wanted to like feel it more. I want to remember it more. So I hope that things change. I hope that things get a lot better, and that we think about the holidays more. I hope that we can feel it without needing to be embarrassed about being kids and all that sort of stuff.
I think now that the whole like pandemic thing is slowly dwindling, it'll pick back up.
I hope.
And maybe we're overthinking it since we grew up, but I don't know. We'll see this year.
Yeah.
This next couple months.
Honestly, like one of the things that a lot of adults say about going to college, is like you learn how to be like by yourself, right?
Yeah.
But I guess like they don't mean it like this, but it definitely is. Like you have to learn how to do things for yourself, because no one else will. And okay, that blanket statement, sure, we know that. But what I mean is like even on a minute level, like you have to take yourself to your own holiday stuff, because it just won't come to you anymore. It's not in your circles.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's no fall bash. We don't.
I gotta drive back home to see my family on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you have to actually go home. There's no Hoko anymore. There's no like dances. There's no.
We got invited to homecoming for high school.
And yeah, there's actually some stuff that I want to talk to you about, like back for school stuff that I do want to go to. But
that sounds loaded.
It will be a reason to feel more of the season.
Okay.
That is such a good podcast title.
Okay.
Maybe not for this one.
Yeah.
Maybe not for this one, but that is a good idea. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. Season. Thank you guys. Abraham, please. I don't want to call you out like this.
You called me out last time and the time before.
But the bye thing.
Listen, man, you just gotta cut it sooner or later.
Like, I cut you the moment it starts, so there's no point. If you say it less annoyingly, maybe it'll.
What do you mean less annoyingly?
It was cute. It was cute for the first couple times.
I said when we started this podcast thing, and I did it the first 2 episodes. You were like, "Are you gonna do that for every episode?" And I was like, "Yes." You can go back to the first episode, and whenever we said that, you can see that. And I said yes.
You're right, but I meant that more like a. Are you really gonna do that?
And you should have said something different, then, bro.
But anyway, we'll see you guys in the next one, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Whatever.
Enjoy the season, and happy.
Tis the fall.
Happy. What's the thing that happy holidays? Like that's the general universal statement now.
Yeah, but that's for Christmas. Christmas time.
I mean, like Thanksgiving, Halloween's a.
Okay, but no one celebrates like that.
Happy Halloween.
I think because Christmas has more religious connection to it, then you say Happy Holidays. Just because if you're not like Christian, whatever, there's no vibe.
That's the thing we can talk about for that episode.
Oh.
I have my own feelings about that one.
Okay. Anyway,
but yeah.
Happy fall.
We will catch you on the next one.
Happy Halloween.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
That was good. See,
I got mad doing that, bro. What you mean?
Well, no, that was fine.
End the podcast.
That was so good.
End the episode before I yell at you.
That was so normal.
Bye.